Hey everybody, welcome back to Mildly Infuriating, brought to you by our incredible repeat sponsor, Instagram.com/Jordan Marin. Oh, wait, you thought I was gonna say the like button? Yeah, that too, definitely. Check that out down below the video, give it a click. It's not at all mildly infuriating that there have been no new posts since I last plugged this as a sponsor, but I can promise you there will be a new post at least before the end of the year, and that alone should be enough reason for you to hashtag GetJardon to 1 mil on Insta 2021. Link in the description. It's good stuff, and check it and follow. Much love. Let's start off with number 19. New Reddit mobile update means your titles get cut off, unless you're an ad though. Meanwhile, I'm over here on my PC just sipping tea as someone who doesn't use his phone for most things. I'm a bit of a boomer. I realize that like 70% of all internet browsing at this point happens on a phone or a tablet. And I'm just like, how do you do it? The screen is small. I don't have a keyboard that has physical buttons and a mouse. I have to tap, and then I tap on the wrong thing because the buttons are too small and I have fat little stubby fingers. Fitted bed sheets are annoying, or I'm just stupid. It's not that hard. I mean, it requires a little bit of effort, but the part for me that requires effort is like, because it has a headboard, it's tucking in the middle of the side that's up against the headboard, and it's like I have to stretch my hand over and try to wrap the sheet around the edge of the bed. But other than that, you don't usually have the end popping up. As long as you wrap the thing effectively under the bottom, you're good. It's hooked on there. I don't know. Look how they massacred my boy. Wait, what happened? Oh, what? What happened to the textures? Is this the new and updated Pringles logo? Oh my god. Not everything needs to be more simple. I realize that in the modern age, especially with all the tech company logos out there, it just seems like things get more and more simple over time. But not everything needs it. The Pringles man looked so elegant with the wavy mustache and the wavy eyebrows. It's like me before I end up losing all my hair to going bald, and now he looks like he's going bald, and I'm like, oh, is this me in 10 years time? This ad. This is an ad? Oh, that's not it. What? I was so confused. I was like, I don't think that's an ad. Oh, okay, I see. The ad is getting in the way of the two clips properly playing and shooting at each other. How did they manage to organize that? I mean, that takes some real skill to get the two clips to be facing each other back to back so that it works this way on mobile. I guess this is what I'm missing out by not primarily browsing Reddit on mobile, is this would never work if I was browsing on PC. I would just like click one, and then I'd click the other and be like, so why did this get upvoted? I don't understand. My family never finishes a roll of toilet paper before starting a new one. What? Who does that? That's so much. I am offended. Why? That's such a waste. There's no reason to do that. Also, the fact that this toilet paper is transparent, my butt is bleeding. Ow. That's like some public restroom toilet paper. I'm sorry. Maybe I sound ultra privileged right now, but that's one thing that I will splurge on. I realize the excessive costs of toilet paper, but I prefer not to have my butt bleed, okay? Soft toilet paper, good mattress, good chair. There are things you invest in, and then you just throw it out. Maybe they're just like, oh god, maybe once we get to the next roll, it'll be better than this sandpaper. I'll just throw it out early. It's almost done anyway. And then sure enough, the next one they get, nope, still the sandpaper. This only happens when I'm in a bad mood. Dude, this happens to me every time that it gets cold. I refuse to run the heat because it's a waste. I can put on a sweater. I put on this like, it's this kind of loose, kind of flowy cloak thing. And every time I go to the bathroom, it has these large, like loose side pockets on it. And it gets caught on the doorknob every single time. And it going in, going out. And I was like, I hate this again. And then it'll get caught on the handles of the cabinets in the kitchen. Oh, there's no escape. But it's easy because it doesn't have a zipper on it, just like this flowy cloak. and it's like convenient, and you've probably seen me wear it in videos before, but know that as soon as I walk up to go to the bathroom, if it's a stream or something, I'm getting caught on the door handle. I can't even think of a title. Is that door still functional, by the way? Because it seems very silly to just, you know, open the door into a, yep, that's why. Also, isn't that just like additional vulnerability for accidentally leaving another door open or someone like breaking a window? It just, not that it would make that much of a difference, but still it seems kind of unnecessary. Maybe it would just deter people from breaking in. They'd open it and be like, why is there a staircase in front of the door? No, I guess not this one. We'll try the other house. So much dust. When the sun hits your laptop screen just right. This is me when I leave the blinds open in this room. Like, I leave them closed mostly for lighting consistency, so you can never tell what time of day it is that I'm recording. I could be recording this at 2 a.m. sleepless with insomnia. Just kidding, I fall asleep really quickly. I'm very lucky. But you would never know. You would never know. But if I open them up, you would know. And also, I just can't see my screen. Even though it's like the sun's not on the computer screen, and I see all the dust, and I don't like to do it primarily because I see how gross my computer monitor is and all the stuff that I should clean off of it, but I'm just like, if I don't open the blinds, I don't really see it, so we're fine. The button opens the door, so the door opens the button. It sounds like one of those useless machine things where you flip the lever and it... Anyway. Okay. Button opens the door. Normal. That it sounds like how it's supposed to be. Way better than the useless machine. Fork it, I'm out. The button is done. I've opened this door one too many times. It's a thankless position to be in. I'm peacing out. Taking the rocket ship, getting the frick out of here. This shirt. It's not even mildly infuriating. This is like, they knew what they were doing. It looks so three-dimensional too. Like, man, that effect is way better than I would have imagined. Plus the pareidolia on the needle right there, it just looks completely surprised to see you. As with the other people before they realize what's going on. This is great. When you're trying to get a little practice in, he's not even wearing bowling shoes. How did they allow him onto the alley in the first place? Every time I've ever gone to a bowling alley, they force you to wear the clown shoes. You just took them off, but you might slip. I've actually never understood how the bowling shoes like make you better. I feel like I would be, wait. All right, now I gotta get that camera angle. Yep. Absolutely zero self-awareness. None whatsoever. Oh, and he's like mega fancy. Oh, nice hit right there. This man's, look at that form. I don't know bowling and I don't know form, but that looked like some good form. Sincerely, society. Hey buddy, you're an a-hole, not a genius. Sincerely, society. It is mildly. I guess this is actually the definition of the sub though, because like when it happens to you, you're angry at that person, and then you get over it 2 seconds later because it doesn't affect your day too much. But in that moment, you're just like, really, you're gonna cut over? Yeah, that's what you're gonna do. You're not just gonna wait in line with everybody else because you deserved it. Yeah, okay, no, for sure. No, it makes sense. Definitely expected you to do that, and I'm just not gonna play chicken because I don't wanna risk getting in a collision, because for all I know, you would risk getting in a collision and then just drive away. So no, it's fine. I'll back out of the chicken match. I pray to God my kids don't turn out to be this dumb. Due to limited crown seating, you may be asked to share your wait, what? Huh? Hold on. So the government has made a policy where we must reduce the amount of tables that are utilized at the restaurant. So 200 IQ loophole. We'll just stick a lot more people at every table. If we have the table capacity of the restaurant, but we double the amount of people sitting at each table, we still get to keep the same capacity while following the rules. Surely there's no regulation in place preventing that, right? I can't. Dang, dude. Now I have to unplug my lamp at night because this furry demonetized, learned how to turn it on. And he turns it on every time he's hungry in the middle of the night. It's your fault. This is part of the commitment that you signed up for in having a pet. You see how I'm commitment free? Ain't no other living things in this house except for spiders and house centipedes. And I have no commitment to them. They're self-sustaining until I demonetize them occasionally, but don't usually because I just can't be bothered anymore. But this, you don't get your midnight hunger pains. Not on my watch. Go bother somebody else. Sure, you might be cute, but I have you turn on the lamp in the middle of the night. I sleep. Autocorrect in a nutshell. Me, frick. Autocorrect, dick. Me, suck. Autocorrect, duck. Me and Steph, autocorrect. Okay, I'll allow that one. Why does autocorrect have to correct away from swears? I guess they do it because on the flip side, if you're trying to spell duck, because F and D are next to each other on the keyboard, and you accidentally did the other, it would probably be worse than if you're trying to spell fork and it says dork instead. So they're trying to save you from the bad way that it could go. We're trying to text your mom and you're like, oh, I went to the park and I saw a duck. If you said I went to the park and I saw a fork, it'd be like, I'm so sorry, Mom, I didn't mean to do that, depending upon your relationship with your mom. On Google Earth, there's a split moment that shows the driver littering. Google tried to censor it, but just raised more attention. I think there's a bit of an Occam's razor explanation here for the censoring, which is that like Google has an automated thing that just tries to censor any human stuff. So it probably did it automatically. I very much doubt that someone manually went into Google Maps and looked for this specific frame and was like, oh, we better censor it so no one will know what's happening. Who does that when there are cup holders in a car? I bet despite all the tech, there's still a cup holder inside of the Google Maps car. It's probably pretty important to keep the driver comfortable when they're just in the car nonstop doing the freaking thing. So you really? Man, littering is so stupid and there's no reason for it. All right, it's enough waste going into the trash cans anyway. Why add it to throwing it on the side of the road? Freaking idiots who left cans and beer bottles just on the wall outside the front of my house next to my bins. Like they're an inch away from a bin and they leave it on. I'm like, just throw it in my bin. Why do you leave it out 2 inches away from the bin? As if, hey, sir, we didn't want to actually utilize your trash bin without your permission, so we just left it here for you to do. What? Anyway, like seriously, what happens when designers prioritize aesthetics over usability? We've seen a previous crappy design post about this one. I think it was number 1 of the month during that time, and yeah, I've experienced. I think we've all experienced the pain of the icon switch recently, but here it is again. Yeah, it's too similar. Everything is the same. I need some. It was so much easier to tell what I was clicking on between all the different applications when they had differentiated icon. Why? It didn't. It was Google why. And the top for the last month, avoid feeding hungry kids. It baffles me that schools would throw away kids' food or deny them a hot lunch because of inability to pay, but Crown hits, and now my county provides 6 full meals a week to any kids under 18 years old, enrolled or not. They always had the ability to feed kids, they just didn't want to. Yeah, I don't know enough about the policy or if there was an extra budget that got flowed into during like the Crown or something that allowed it to happen, or if it was just they elected not to before until the hand was forced. I don't know enough, but assuming that nothing changed in terms of budget and that always the ability was there and they would just throw out excess food instead of giving it to people, yeah, that's kind of a bad move. Kind of a lame move, but I don't know if I know enough info, but hopefully I like to believe the best in people, but sometimes it's hard to do that. So anyway, hopefully maybe if this good thing is happening now, it can continue into the future, even if the Crown isn't present. I'd like to think there are some good things that will come of the Crown in terms of lessons that we can learn. Who am I kidding? I'm sure those will be out the window in like 2 seconds. Heck yeah, people. Anyway, that's it for the last month of Mildly Infuriating. Make sure to like if you liked. It's a great sponsor of ours. Also, Instagram.com/Jordan Marin. Did I bring back the stash? I wonder. And subscribe if you're not already. Hit the bell, get all the notifications on. Check the playlist for more Mildly Infuriating, or you can just check the last video by clicking up over here. Latest music upload down there. That's not a lot to keep track of. You got it? Cool. I'll see you next time.